sort of what are the most crucial things in your mind to have in place before you kind of expand into new territories?
Yeah, so I've got a view on this because that's what I was doing for the two previous companies I worked for. I was always doing new, so I worked for two other venture-backed fintech businesses that were both New York headquartered. It was actually the same entrepreneur twice. And there were some really good lessons there because one of these businesses was like wildly successful and still is, and the other business was not, although it's still going. So one of those cases, I expanded the business into APAC, and then the other one I expanded it into Europe, which is part of the reason why I stuck around in London. So I kind of think about new market entry as a phased approach. So the way that we're thinking about it, and this might not be right for other people, and I know there are some people here at businesses who have already gone into other markets and done really well there. But for me, there are kind of three aspects to any market entry strategy. One is, kind of building out the product and the platform, right? And demonstrating the value of that, probably in the market that you're in today, right? So for us, I have no kind of hesitation in saying like we are category leaders in the UK and Ireland. If you want information on UK and Irish companies, we're the best, hands down, no contest, right? I can't yet say that about Europe, right? So part of the exercise that we've embarked on now is how do we extend the value of the platform from the UK and Ireland and make it a pan-European proposition. I already have clients here in the UK who really want the pan-European data. And so once I have product validation from them on, this thing is as good as what you've provided in the UK and it does what it says it can do, then I'm basically looking at, all right, well, how do I leverage that existing client base or existing partnerships to start to push now into those territories that I want to go into, right? So that I'm not showing up on day one with two buttons in my pocket trying to build a business, right? That's like the road to ruin, particularly if you're trying to enter a market like the US where you can spend a ton of money and not get a lot of traction, right? So you kind of constantly think about like how can I leverage the product, then leverage the existing client base, and then probably start. We'd probably for instance think about how can we use the existing inside sales function to then test some new acquisition into those markets, or use partners to get some new acquisition going in those markets. So you're always sort of going in with a base where in an ideal situation, the base is big enough to like wash the face of the operation that you're setting up to then go and tackle that. And then as you test more of those messages and start to win new territory there, then you continue to scale it.
Yeah.